Hello, this is Paul Robertson, and I am putting together a introduction video over Bible prophecy. What I wanted to do was to go over some questions that a person who didn't understand Bible prophecy may have and answer those questions really quickly. I'm going to be doing more videos over prophecy, but in this video I just wanted to go over the basics. One of the questions they may ask is, where does the Bible talk about prophecy? Prophecy is spoken about all the way through the whole Bible. It's over different things such as the first coming of Jesus Christ, over Jerusalem being destroyed, over Israel being taken to Babylon, and also over end time prophecies, which are time prophecies found in Daniel and Revelations. Now, the two books, of course, that focus on prophecy is Daniel and Revelations. These books are primarily filled with prophecies, and they are talking about the same prophecies, just spoken in different ways, different symbols. So that is the answer to where does the Bible talk about Bible prophecy. It's spoken of in a lot of different places. Now, as we go through these videos, you will find that the prophecies found in Daniel Revelations, they actually are very in depth and they go hand in hand with history. So another question may be, who wrote Daniel and Revelation and how did they foretell the future? Well, first of all, Daniel was written by Daniel. He just named the book after himself. Daniel wrote the book of Daniel when he was in captivity in Babylon, and Revelation was written by John, who was a disciple of Jesus Christ, and he wrote Revelation on the island of Patmos when he was imprisoned there. Revelation means to be revealed, and so both these books were divinely inspired, which means that God himself showed Daniel and John these prophecies and told him what to write down. So this is who wrote Daniel Revelation and how they foretell the future. They didn't use witchcraft or sorcery. They were actually divinely inspired. And just for that note, prophets weren't appointed to be prophets by kings, or they didn't inherit a position. God actually chose and appointed his own prophets. They could be men or women of any class or station. It did not matter. He is not a respecter of persons. So this is not something that you could just go out and become. It was something that God chose you for. It was a special thing to have. And another question that a lot of people ask is, why does the Bible use symbols? Well, in these prophecies, symbols were used to tell the story of what was happening. And one reason why symbols was used was because God knew that in the times that they wrote these books or these prophecies, they would not, John or Daniel would not understand, or the people of that time would not understand exactly what was being said or what was going to happen. They didn't understand what the future could hold. And so one way of taking a long and in-depth story and bringing it all together in one easy way was to do it by symbols. And there are a lot of different symbols used, and different symbols used in Daniel than there are in Revelations. However, the reason why Daniel did not understand what he was writing, first of all, God said to close the book, which meant that he was not going to understand what he was writing. But the people of our time will be able to take all the writings and put the information together to understand. So the symbols actually are explained in the Bible itself. The Bible actually goes and has in other verses what those symbols mean, and people who actually study the Bible have found what those symbols mean and have been able to put the whole picture together. The symbols have spiritual meanings, meaning that many of the symbols are symbolic of spiritual things, so it's spiritually divined. But basically, that's why the Bible uses symbols. Well, that'll be all for this short introduction video, and if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Alright, thank you and goodbye.